Hey, One More World Entertainment, and I said in my Batman Part 2, delay, that there was something else in the Reeves verse that was killed by Gunn that is now back alive, and it's the Arkham Asylum series. Now, I remember the Arkham Asylum series being announced, and I thought it morphed into being a Gotham PD series. It turns out it was the other way around, that it was actually devised as a Gotham PD series that evolved into the Arkham series. So, either way, it's back on by the looks of things. I have, I have an idea for how you could do this in terms of bringing Batman in, because this is the one thing about all these spin-off shows from the Matt Reeves universe now that they have run into is you have to have Batman. The Poison Ivy show, if that gets done, will have to have Batman. If season 2 of Penguin happens, you'll have to have Batman. They had their excuse for why Batman wasn't in season 1 of Penguin, but that excuse is now gone, and you're going to have Batman be established as, you know, the Dark Knight, obviously in part 2, but we'll get to that. So let's have a look at this, because it gives us kind of the information that's happening now and a bit of a breakdown as to where this all started and what happened to it. So, it's saying in this article, the Arkham Asylum series at HBO, the project we are told that James Gunn killed, is back in play. So, we're told that Matt Reeves remains very much interested, and with Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdi open for business, the series set inside Gotham's madhouse is alive again. This follows today's bombshell report that the Paramount board wants Gunn and Safran out at DC Studios once the merger closes, with DeLuca and Abdi set to take the whole thing under their umbrella and already fielding pitches from Zack Snyder, Ben Affleck, Christopher McQuarrie, Patty Jenkins, and Reeves himself. Now, that's interesting that they're saying they're taking pitches from them, because yesterday it was reported that they were looking for them to head DC. But now if they're saying they're only fielding pitches from these, that means obviously their idea. So Patty Jenkins would obviously come back and pitch Wonder Woman 3. Ben Affleck would probably pitch his Batman. Snyder, probably Justice League 2, stuff like that. I think Christopher McQuarrie is interested in doing a Batman. I just can't remember which one he said he was interested. It might have been The Dark Knight Returns, but I'm pretty sure Snyder is interested in that as well. I don't know. Either way. So, a quick history, because this project has died more than once. So, Reeves' Gotham PD series was announced back in 2020 alongside The Batman, set inside his Batman universe as the first spin-off of what became the Batman epic crime saga. By 2022, Reeves revealed the show had evolved into an Arkham series, leaning into horror with the asylum itself as a haunted house. Now, I thought it was the other way around. I thought he pitched the Arkham series, and it slowly kind of evolved into being more focused and set with Gotham PD. And I think it's a wise idea that it moved away from being a Gotham PD, because we already got that series, which was the show Gotham, which was not very well received by people. And mind you, it didn't help that you had all of the Batman villains without Batman. You had young Bruce Wayne, and I think he was only like 13 or 14 or something in the show, but you had all the villains that he was going to face all in like their late 30s and stuff. It was like, okay, so it makes sense that it would change and flip from being a Gotham PD to the Arkham. I just thought it was the other way around. So then Gunn and Safran took over DC Studios, and at their January 2023 slate reveal, the Arkham series was pulled out of Reeves' universe and folded into the DCU instead. Sound familiar, Clayface fans? Because of course Clayface was meant to be an Elseworlds project, and is now not. It is connected to the DCU. And they have made it now canonically that it is set before Superman. So, fucking muddy the water, James, huh? And then, nothing. The project vanished and was announced as cancelled in January 2024. Meanwhile, the one Reeves spin-off that did make it to air proved exactly what this corner of Gotham is worth. The Penguin scored 24 Emmy nominations and 9 wins, including Kristen Milioti for lead actress, and was a monster hit for HBO. So naturally, The Penguin Season 2 went from HBO chief Casey Bloyds publicly talking with DC about what it could look like. I think this is meant to say to date, but it says to dead. I'm pretty sure it's meant to say to date, reported last month as not moving forward. Gunn's Peacemaker, 0 Emmy nominations for any of the cast, directors or writers, and following a loss of nearly half its audience, Bloyd said he decides what DC projects go on HBO. And that's important because he was very much against putting Peacemaker on HBO. He didn't want it to be on there, which I think is why they stuck it on HBO Max and not the actual HBO. So more on what happened, blah blah blah. We've just done that story earlier. So overall, it is back in play, which it all kind of just talks about here. So Gunn came in, killed it, stole the idea, went, yeah, we're going to take that and make it a part of the DCU instead. And I don't think Matt Reeves was happy about that. And then, of course, nothing, and it got cancelled. It's back in play now. Now, how do you do it without having Batman in it? Well, you do have to have Batman in it, but here is what my pitch would be for how you could do Batman in it. And there's 2 ways. One is you have him in the first episode, the middle episode, and the last episode. The other way is the same, just with one thing. You have him in the first episode and the last episode, not in the middle episode. And the way you get around him not showing up all the time is you have him in the first episode showing up. He's probably dropping off someone. Who? Don't know. Doesn't really matter at this stage. But you have him showing up, so at least you get Batman in there. He sees the chaos happening within Arkham. But Arkham, the head of Arkham stuff, turned around and says, look, we know it looks like a shit show in here, but we've been dealing with this for however long. The city of Gotham needs you more than in here needs you. So you go and be the protector of the city. If we need you, we'll call for you. Other than that, we've got things covered. And off he goes back out into the city. That's how you bring him in and remove him from the show. Bring him in at the end where maybe they do need him and he does come in and help them at the end. Or he comes in and he's coming to take someone out or drop someone else in. That's how you can do it. And that's how it would work. That's how you get Batman in it, but you're not relying on him being in every episode. Poison Ivy, a show like that, I think it's a little more awkward not to have as much of him. You obviously wouldn't need him in every episode, but he definitely has to have a presence in there. Same with if they do Penguin Season 2, you will have to have him in multiple episodes. But this, I think if you do that idea, if you do it where you have him at the start, the end, but the middle is where he could come in and help out doing something, and then the end is him coming back and again dropping someone off or maybe taking someone out. But either way, I think that's how you could do it. It'll be interesting to see what they could do and what they would do, because remember, Ben Affleck's movie pitch idea was meant to be set in Arkham, that it was going to be Batman kind of getting trapped in Arkham with the inmates. So it'd be interesting to see. And who do you use? Do you get the Joker in there? Is he gone at this stage? Don't know. But it's interesting that these are the projects that James Gunn killed, not after he stole, and now they're like, no, it's back on, and it's very much going to be in Matt Reeves' universe and in his hands. So could be very interesting. But let me know what you guys think. Would you be interested in an Arkham Asylum series in the Matt Reeves universe on the small screen? Let me know. And with that, I shall leave it there for this one. So do like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Cheers. Catch you in the next one.